Oh yeah, the Jianchor project is back. Shout out to my mods in the building. Darling, what's up, darling? Dear Lisa. Wasted Talent Podcast. Brody, what up, Brody? Chad. Ant in here. My homegirl Rita's in here. Welcome, 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 people. It's another episode of the Jianchor Project.
I am your host, Hotep Jesus. We back. So for the people that don't know what's going on, it's your first time here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You got to get caught up, especially episode 3. Episode 3 is a very important episode for you to get caught up on with all the shenanigans happening in our reality TV show. Our business reality TV show, Making the Blog. Last week on Making the Blog, we announced our contest giveaway. Our contest winner. Thank you. I love you too. I love you too, Miles Court. Pause, no homo. So congratulations to the winner. I think his name is Brian Alger. Thank you for participating. And we're back tonight. We got another giveaway happening tonight. Good shit happening. And also, what else are we doing tonight, y'all? Okay. All right, so we got 21 goals. Jonesy had something he wanted to talk about that was funny. But there was something else we were supposed to do tonight for Jianchor. Announced a new contest, right? And was that just it? I feel like there was something else. All right, yeah, that's after this one, right? The challenge. I like Rita's idea of sharing 2020 goals, but I want to start off a little silly. Jonesy, you it was something that you wanted to talk about tonight. Wait. My bad. Hold on. Okay, Jonesy, start over. Y'all mics was muted. All right, y'all should be good. Damn. I did good.
Well, listen.
Your damn voice mod.
Well, everybody, people out there in the universe, I had to have an intervention with Hotep Jesus because Hotep Jesus is the Dikembe Mutombo. He's the Alonzo Mourning, the Patrick Ewing of blocking fools on Twitter. And what happened was, over the weekend, I received 2 emails about people pleading with me to get Hotep to unblock them. To the point where on my podcast, I had to actually block the fool myself because he keeps emailing me.
Jonesy Flat told this man, have a terrible year. Go fuck yourself. Like, hey, come on, Jonesy.
Well, listen. I mean, listen. That's Jonesy. You know what I mean? I'm not as sophisticated as the rest of you. I'm not going to say something naive. I get straight to the point. But listen, we have to have an intervention with Hotep. Hotep, man, you've been very, very, very hard on fools this year, man. You have to let these fools repent in some kind of way, man. This is about the 30th person that came to me and said, what can I do to have Hotep Jesus unblock me? And I said, listen, Hotep Jesus, God forgives, Hotep Jesus doesn't. but I think we need to have a consensus talk about this on the Jianchor project.
Okay, let's talk about it.
What are we going to do, Hotep?
Keep blocking them.
Let's go, Rita! Let's go! This is why I fuck with the malls.
You just gotta step your Tom Holland game up, Jonesy.
Yo, listen. This is getting bad. Yo, Chad, you know what's going to happen? They're going to start emailing you. Watch what happens. They're going to start emailing Marcus and Nico. Watch what's going to happen.
Then we can chart it. We can play a game. Who gets the most requests?
Listen, I don't know if they know or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Brian known each other a long time, but I always get it. You know what I'm saying? I always get it.
They emailed the black guy.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck do I get emailed? And the thing is like, what am I gonna do? And then when I see why he blocked them, I would have blocked your ass too. I would have blocked you too, bro. But listen, I think we need to have Hotep take a softer stance and be gentler.
I say no.
The man has just had a new baby. He didn't have time for these bullshit conversations. He's trying to clear the chaff out of the way and curate a very beautiful, like, just elegant timeline.
And what do you say?
Well, we're gonna go back in time briefly. All right.
Okay.
When Hotep used to block people, he used to charge them a fee in order to get unblocked.
Right.
And the price just went up. In order to get unblocked, you must send $100 worth of Bitcoin to his app, to Jianchor.blog at gmail.com.
Oh, y'all taking my money.
Listen, and listen, that's what I was coming to the consensus. Like, listen, subscribe to Jianchor, send Hotep a little Bitcoin, a little whatever, man, whatever kind of shit coin you got, send it to Hotep and he'll consider it. But there has to be some way out of it.
Yeah,
listen, this is not a guarantee unblock. This is consideration. You have to send us a resume. You have to send us a resume as well, and 4-paragraph summary on why you deserve to be unblocked. And it can have no curse words, all clean.
Jonesy, why do you think I should come with a softer approach?
Well, you know why?
Don't want to have to deal with it.
He doesn't want to be bothered.
Well, no, that's not why. Hotep, a lot of times, man, I think things get lost in translation.
Okay.
And I think that there's the one thing that you can't fix is stupid, right?
True.
But the one thing you can have is a little consideration for the stupid. The stupid need to be led. They need to be taught. You know, so you might get a stupid person and you might give them a little bit of your time and consideration. That might totally change their life, because that's what we're about at Jianchor, right? We're about changing lives. So that's why normally, you know, I'm a hard ass, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel bad that a person would be compelled to go inside the group, like the group chat on your show when I'm a moderator and I throw the guy out. The guy comes to my fucking email, right? You got people commenting under this show, commenting under other shows, because I look at that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this dude is really, really butthurt. And what I don't want to happen is I don't want nobody to come out and try to, like, you know, that's a special kind of person.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? So let me offer some advice. We'll rewind back to when Brian came on Marcus, Nico, and my show back a few months ago.
Okay.
And he said that one of the things that is different between like how I and some of the other folks, and you know, the folks who are here now, Jones, you know him from way back, but a lot of the people who have become part of either the Mogul Summit or anything else is when your approach comes with a legitimate, genuine question. Okay. With that little question mark, and not with some that's racist, or, you know, this is, you know, like you got to like think this through. Like, either the man doesn't have time to deal with your bullshit, or he's trying to get you to think in a different way.
Yeah.
And if you aren't capable of that, he doesn't have time for you. But if you say something like, hey, have you ever read Murray Rothbard? Then there's a whole different, like, well, no, I haven't. I wonder what that's about. And also there's some other interaction that goes into that when it's just this thing where you get triggered by the obvious designed trigger tweets, and then you go into your bullshit, you're going to get exposed.
I get it, but to be honest with you, let me just keep it a stack with y'all, man. I just don't want Dylan Roof emailing me anymore. You know, that's really what it all comes down to. I was scared, y'all.
No, definitely.
Yo, Steph in the chat said, I think secretly people want to be blocked.
Right? That's my thing, is that I think that people, they know that if they followed you long enough, and there's even people that they're following him and blocking, so they know a little bit about what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I saw it, there's people who like put it in subtweets that said, he blocked me. Can somebody get this to him? But most people will say, the ones that say I said something, that would be off-putting. But I think a lot of people say things to do exactly that, to get the response.
Yeah, because bro,
Because
like,
it's the
I'm gonna be honest
same
with you, this
stuff.
shit is hilarious though. It is. So somebody says, so Hotep, you were pro-segregationist. Just realize that and own it. He says, yeah, well, watch me segregate your ass with this block.
I don't want to rob humanity of that.
Right.
So that's why I'm telling you, like, I gotta cut you off, Jonesy. Like, no, like this has to continue. We cannot cut this sapling.
No, bro, what I'm saying is there has to be a clear and concise path back to redemption.
The tree of the block must flourish, Jonesy.
All right.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter.
I think I have a compromise. So the clear path to redemption, the new clear path to redemption is you have to create an account on coinbitsapp.com.
There you go.
And purchase at least $10 in Bitcoin on coinbitsapp.com. That's how you can get your unblocked. Now, I have another compromise. Because Jonesy, that's my big bro. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta take his word in consideration. He's been big bro since high school. Mm-hmm. He never led me wrong. Here's the second one. In some circumstances where it's clearly stupidity, I'm going to give out warnings.
Unprecedented.
I'll give out warnings. How does that work?
You know what? I think that's a fair plan. And we can avoid the next weirdo that's stalking all of our emails and stuff like that. I think that's a good compromise.
Yes, we're gonna screenshot for proof, dear Lisa. You got to screenshot your Coinbits app account for proof, and then you can get unblocked. You got to either email it to Jianchor.blog at gmail.com, Jonesy, Aquarian Anarchy, Rita, or Anthony, Uncle Hotep, or myself.
Yo,
they are the ambassadors of the unblocked. What happened?
Bro, my man said, wait, what's on the black menu? You serious? He goes, I heard they got a plate full of blocks.
No, that was classic. That was so classic. Oh my God, it was awesome. It was so great.
Oh my God.
If they leave themselves open, sometimes I gotta.
Some of that stuff is asking for it though. Like,
gotta touch them up. Look, if they say shit like that, you gotta block them. That's just,
yeah, like
gotta touch them up. But yo, I felt so bad for the person who wrote me a letter and then wrote Brian an email. Like really, like thought, what did I do? What can I do to get from the land of the unblocked? I kind of felt bad for the cat, man. I'm not gonna lie. I must be getting soft in my old age, man.
You know what? I'm feeling a little bit benevolent. I'm gonna unblock that guy for no fee. You know, it's a new year, man. You know, we're turning over a new leaf, right? So
here, the conditions are he has to produce a video apology and at you in it.
Oh my God. I'm not trying to like.
I know. I'm
take people's balls. And
yeah, I know, Chad. Why you want the guy to be on video like crying?
I'm just joking.
Oh God! And some of these people are really fucked up looking. I don't think you want to see a video.
I have so many blocks in here. It's gonna take me forever to find this guy.
Find this guy, right? Yeah, the guy that wrote Brian, you know what I'm talking about, right?
What was his name? Sasquatch or something like that.
It was some crazy shit. I gotta find it. I had screenshot it. It's somewhere in my phone, but
so you don't even know his real name. You don't know his real name. He just goes by a.
He's got like yeah. That's the other thing. It's like sometimes it's these like nondescript accounts, and I'm like, you got one follower, and
those are bots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hotep, do you have over or under 10,000 accounts blocked?
Oh, over. I'm like at 40,000. I want to say.
They got the blocked Hotep blocked army. yo, I think we need to start that, yo.
Oh my god! I'm surprised it hasn't been mutiny yet.
Oh my god!
Oh, there he is. I found him. There he is. Squatch double XL. I'm gonna go ahead and tweet him right now, and I'm going to let him know. What should I say to him?
Jonesy opened the show crying about you.
Jonesy pardoned you.
Jonesy's heart's broken because blocky block.
Listen, man.
Sasquatch was pardoned by President Podfather.
Listen.
You have been pardoned by Pod Wasted.
Sister
That's
Jonesy
right.
Prejean.
I have
Oh wow.
just
Chad, the low blows.
blocked you.
You know, the first week I come on here and I'm actually nice, I get attacked by all three of you.
Oh no, there's
Like Belt
a
Jones now.
What you know about Black Belt Jones, man?
I said
That's
you
the
have
finest kung
been
fu that's ever been.
It was so terrible.
said you have been pardoned by Wasted Talent Podcast, and I have just unblocked you. It's a new year, and I want to be a better person. Welcome back. I'm not apologizing though.
For everybody else,
Hell no.
$10 in Bitcoin.
God, see, look at you. It's always about the money, right?
Listen, money makes the world go round.
Yeah, it's good how it do.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. From now on, if you want to get unblocked, you're going to have to get an account on coinbitsapp.com and purchase at least, I'll set an amount. Everybody's amount is going to be different based
Yeah,
upon
there you
your
go.
infraction. You know, if it might be $20, $100. You're going to have to screenshot your purchase, let us and show us you bought Bitcoin, and then I'll release you from the gulags.
Well, now they know, but now they know if they go crying to Jonesy, they're not going to have to pay anything.
No.
This was one of my longtime followers. I felt like Nino Brown, like when he was shooting G Money, had the gun aimed at G Money in New Jack City, like because it was one of my old followers, and I'm like, I hate I gotta block you, but you gotta catch this block, you know.
Listen, man, he was Kareem Akbar, the educated brother from the bank, man. He had to come.
So all right, so that's the part in. Let's get into thank you for everybody viewing. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe while you're here. I think I got like a little animation. Here's the animation. Rita, what are we talking about? New Year's resolutions?
We don't have to do that. We can just joke around.
No, let's go into the New Year's resolutions. I think that's very important and wholesome.
Jonesy, do you want to read them?
No. Not at all.
Jonesy already got spotlighted. You know?
Chad, you want to read them?
I gotta
Our
go.
New
I
Year,
have,
our
like,
New Year's
I have
goal.
the YouTube thing pulled up on my phone, and I have my notes to take for this episode pulled up over here. So I don't have.
You
I'd have to
guys
go
didn't send
pull
them
up
to me.
somewhere
I would have read them. I don't have them though, to be honest.
Yeah, why don't you read them? You know, I know you got them in front of you, Rita. Just read them.
Bro, I don't have them. If I had them, I would read them.
See, let me just tell everybody, these guys don't read anything I write, so this is the only chance I get.
Yo, Rita sent me an email last week. I opened it and closed it in like 2 seconds.
Oh, damn.
It was only a formality. I know you don't read them. I do, honestly. But yeah.
I read everything in the new Slack that you.
No, I read everything.
Yeah,
Rita. I read your stuff.
Oh, and let's talk about that before the goals, because Chad said instead of talking DMs with all this Jianchor stuff, I'm going to open a Slack account. Me, of course, not being a super computer person, wasn't familiar with Slack, but being an organized person with an efficient business sense, I fell in love with it because it had all the channels, right?
Yeah.
So we could organize and upload and do that stuff. So
can I butt in real
of
fast?
course,
So what's important with teams is communication, and they've opened up a Slack channel for communication. Anybody not familiar with Slack? I mean, you're probably living underneath a rock, but you know, here we are, Slack. I believe they were purchased and acquired by Microsoft last year at some point. I forget what the number was. And in fact, it was funny because today Slack was down. This morning Slack was down. I don't know what happened. But that's what teams use to communicate. Large teams have to pay a fee, but it's free for small teams. Go ahead, Rita, my bad.
It's okay. So it is amazing for me because then every time, instead of just bothering these guys on a DM, I made, like I said, like brilliant ideas or brainstorming. I could just type it in and they can read it whenever and however. And the contest and everything was great.
So there's like a channel just for brainstorming?
Channel just for brainstorming, channel for the contest, channel for the every single thing that we're doing. Just
channel for documents.
Yeah. Do we have a channel for documents?
Yeah, we have like a resources. It's resources.
Resources. We have an asset for assets for logos.
I think resources was like for articles that we pull to like give us reference, but assets is like all of our stuff, like our picture files, video files, and documents and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. That's wonderful.
Yep.
So it's really amazing, and so happened to talk to Chad today about something else. And he's like, wow, you're really going to town on that, because this is something I learned. This is something I learned is that when I'm reading an article that I think would be applicable to what we're doing, or I create something that these guys should read eventually, you can just, upload it directly to Slack. It's amazing. So, whether it just about every corner of the computer so I'm going to town. So today Chad says to me, wow, you're really going to town. And I said, yeah. He goes, out here in the South.
I knew you were going to say this.
Said to me, out here in the South, Rita, he said, you're a pig in shit.
That's what we say. It's like a duck to water or whatever, a pig in shit. That's what it's just.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
Man, Chad, where the hell are you from, bro?
Right.
Louisiana, man.
Did my brother made crank in my mama's bathtub?
No, it ain't like that. No, but my dad did grow up on. Well, my mom and dad both grew up on farms. I didn't grow up on a farm. I lived for a little while in the rural area. But my dad, like my grandmother, used to like go in their yard, grab a chicken, wring its neck, pop, and they'd just like go and have fresh, like warm when they put it in the pot, chicken ready to go.
That explains
for dinner.
so much.
So much, right?
They had pigs too. There's all kind of stuff. So yeah,
you need more GMOs, man. More GMOs,
right?
Yeah, some
genetically modified.
Need some of this
test
factory
tube beef,
with
some test tube beef and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's all you need. Some of that.
My dad tells me, I've never tasted this, but my dad tells me that's the best chicken you'll ever eat. Is chicken that was like still heart was beating when they put it in the pot.
Yo, Jonesy, do the voice again. Yo, do Chad's country voice again.
Fuck you, man. I hate y'all. Why
my daddy told me. My daddy told me the best sex you can have is with a sheep.
That's it. I'm gonna fuck the whole camera sequence up. I'm gonna turn my camera off. You better watch it.
That's some of the best loving you can have. I'm telling you.
Oh, so here's another thing, ladies who are watching.
I thought I was sweating last episode.
No. Since we're going to talk about Chad, we might as well just open the door because this weekend. Oh, no, it gets good. These guys can attest to it. So I was struggling to create these nice little pins for Pinterest and then do something for Twitter to make it look nice because that's not my experience. So we have Canva. We use Canva for the artwork. And I find I'm not that great at it, but Canva Pro offered this for, a month free. You can have up to 5 people on this Canva account. And I said, oh my gosh, there's all these templates that'll work great for me. So I go and sign up for it the month free. And I send Slack, guys, I signed it up and I signed you all up for it. Jonesy says, Rita, I have Canva Pro already. And I said, oops. And Jonesy said, it's okay. My subscription's running out. And then Chad writes, a War and Peace lecture about spending money.
Oh my God.
Let's go, Chad.
No.
Penny pinch, Chad.
Chad's like,
this is like 2 or 3 sentences, baby.
No, it was like, guys.
Just trying to make it to where y'all aren't just burning through y'all's money for no reason.
Okay, wait.
Like, I hadn't even paid for anything yet.
guys.
I'm trying to help y'all.
Right. He says, guys, I think we need to communicate better when we spend any money. I think our communication skills need to improve when we drop any money because there's going to be something we need to pay for. And guys, I think we need to communicate. Okay, so I write, it was a 30-day free trial. I can cancel this before they cash the check.
Well, I didn't know that.
Okay, well, I told you. Okay, here's my point. Here's my point.
I feel like I'm in court right now, man.
No, here's my point. No. Come on, Chad. No, Chad. You sit up and listen. So when we needed to sign up for Elementor, Chad didn't say a word about the budget. When Jonesy spent the money on Rafflecopter and he fronted it for the first thing, Jonesy we never got a lecture about
That was not what I was talking
let's
about.
budget our money and let's all have a meeting when we signed up for all these different things.
That's not
Wait, I'm not finished. So the first time I don't have a congressional meeting, have the committees to say, does Chad approve of spending $9.99 a month? All of a sudden, Lecture City. So ladies, all I'm saying, Jonesy, back me up here.
I fucking love this show.
I used to like you, Rita. I used to like you, Rita. This is bullshit. This is not.
You said I was a pig in shit today. What was?
Well, listen, when I heard that, I felt
That's a compliment. That means you're right at home. You're happy.
I felt a lot of
Yeah, I bet you had a little trouble dating in high school. I mean,
God.
Hey, you look so happy to see me. You look like a pig in shit. I mean, what do you?
Hey, look, man. Where I come from, they got signs on the wall that say, "I want a girl who smells like barbecue." So
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's a whole different vibe.
So back to the budget.
Back to budget. So Jonesy, tell everybody how hurt you were.
I was just trying to not duplicate expenses. That's all.
I was a little hurt. I said, "Sorry, Dad."
I know, right?
Sorry,
Chad. I can appreciate that. Chad, I can appreciate that because you're right.
I'm like
really now?
Oh,
really?
Listen, the precedent.
Tell him
was
about
correct.
debt, Ant. Tell him about debt.
The approach was not correct, but the precedent and the principle was
30, 30, 30, right?
No,
So
50, 30,
let
20,
me hop in here.
50, 30, 20. Yeah.
Chad is not the boss of me. That's just what
I didn't say I was. I made a request.
Jonesy's
All I did was
feelings,
make a
so.
request. I said we should probably talk before we sit, because that way, if Jonesy already had a thing, we didn't need to buy another one, because then it just wastes your money. That's all I was saying. I was trying to. Man, I do feel like I'm talking to my kids, because this is how they react too. God damn.
Shout out to Daphne in the chat, the Smart Money Chick. Make sure y'all gluing to thesmartmoneychick.com. Somebody pop that link in the box
Yes,
for
indeed.
me.
What up, Daphne?
If you need some insurance, that's our in-house insurance advisor right there. Chad's right.
Thank you.
Chad's actually right. Chad, you fucking penny pinch, bro. You fucking penny pinch, man. A dollar shouldn't be spent until everybody fucking discusses it. I agree. We need a congressional hearing. You know what I'm saying? If a dime bag gets sold in the park, I want in.
Right. We got fat while we all starve.
Got fat while we.
Hey, I can't do that shit when I'm drinking. I almost choked to death.
So what I'm hearing is
It's another problem, Rita.
yes.
So one more problem.
But
We don't need to buy a pro and have five different accounts. Just be ghetto and everybody share the same login.
Oh, well, that's what we were
already
doing.
doing.
We're sharing the same login. It was just that. Anyway,
the way.
So the pro was for the templates and stuff?
Yeah, because you
weren't you using the free version on Saturday?
I used the free version. I'm cheap as shit.
right.
See,
I don't like the watermark when I'm trying to design something. So to me, it was
There's no
worth it.
watermark.
Sometimes it is on a free, right?
Well, I think maybe on like some of the templates and maybe some attachments, possibly. I don't know, but I build my stuff from scratch. But I don't have any watermarks on my stuff.
Yeah.
And Brian, when we were there on Saturday, Brian was saying, he's like, yeah, you just go find one of the free templates, break it down, and then
the free ones are dope. Though. There's an abundance of free ones that you can really use to make your stuff look good. But we do sometimes we're team too much, right?
Yeah,
I'm still paying for the the next contest thing. I got it. And Rita, as soon as you tell me where to send you not here, but like after off air, we'll talk about where I can send you the money for the other thing I'm supposed to pay you for.
Serve right there, Rita. You see,
I still owe you for that.
No, you're paying. You're doing the gift. Anywho, so here's just my rationale.
Okay.
I'm in charge of the Pinterest,
Yes.
which is visual, all visual.
Yeah.
I am the least artistic person on the team.
Okay.
And the least computer savvy. You can go into a free thing and do all kinds of stuff with it.
Yeah.
I need more assistance, and if I had more time, but we need to really get out a lot of promotional things.
Well, that's true. That's also a good case. You know, she's like, I run the Pinterest, and if I'm in the mood to work on Pinterest right now, I don't got time to be holding congressional hearings to hop in here and start creating. That's a good point.
All right. No, I will give it. I will agree with Hotep. I will never agree with Chad, but I will agree with Hotep.
Wow.
You let me on the team. That was your first mistake. No, I'm just. That was a good.
We got a couple of super chats here. Fudge Mayo, $3 super chat. He's gonna check out the Trump rally in GA. Be right back, no doubt. Let me know how that goes. Halima, what's up, homegirl? She said, Chopra law of divine success number 5, intention and attention in the field of infinite possibilities is all that matters. Let go, Jianchor project. Oh, I love it. Halima is our queen. I love Halima.
She's amazing.
And we got a question here from Claude Fuller. Actually, 2 questions. It looks like he addressed them to me, but every Saturday we have the Mogul Summit, and I basically mentor people, and we all come together and help build brands. And I think I've done a great job of giving people my philosophy on marketing and branding. So I'm going to pose this question to the team, see how they answer it, kind of test and see, like, am I being a good teacher? And then maybe clean it up at the end. So here's the first question. I'll ask both questions at the same time, and then you guys can try and hop in here. Claude Fuller says, what are the benefits of having a niche brand? And the second question is, what's your take on having a good first impression for a personal brand? Who wants to start?
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to start because everybody's quiet. But,
okay.
Well,
the second question about having a good first impression for your personal brand.
Yeah.
That's everything. Because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Having social proof is the way people subscribe and buy from you. You know what I mean? You can't just go out here and just put yourself out there and not give people a reason to invest in you.
Okay. I like that.
Doesn't Hotep Jesus recommend not building a personal brand?
He does, but there are benefits to that too.
Yeah, Chad's right. I do not suggest having a personal brand. I'll get into that. Anybody want to answer the question that says, what's the benefits of having a niche brand?
You can really pinpoint that target audience and really maximize. If you try to do everything for everyone, it gets really, really difficult. And you have to be, then you become on like a very price competitive, and a whole lot of other obstacles come your way. Whereas in a niche market, you have a lot less competition, but you also you're able to tailor towards that niche and really, really speak to an audience and give them what they want. And then your feedback is a lot more responsive, a lot quicker and better. That from my experience.
And you save money on advertising.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Plus, a lot of the work has already been done when you, especially if you choose a market that's already been studied, marketed to. So you hear, target markets for TV, which are the, males 25 to, that's their target demo, males 25 to 32 or 35. So when you choose what your brand is, what you're selling, it's really a lot of the work in your research to know. I want to target men because they have a tremendous amount of that age range. They have a lot of disposable income. It's easy for them to let go to money, and a lot of the stuff's already been done.
Yeah, and also you build better relationships with your customer base as well.
Fucking great, man. You guys fucking make me proud, man. Fucking make
Plus,
me
if you
proud.
target a wealthy niche group too, that's even better. If you can do that, because then you have more disposable income that is available to you too. If you're selling yachts and stuff like that, man, you make a killing.
Yeah.
And they do research. I mean,
Real.
we research constantly. There's for very specific things they're looking for.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you
I
talking?
apologize.
No, it's okay. But there are certain things
Disney
like
Plus.
in the pet world, they are looking for a middle-aged white woman between 40 and 45 that makes over $100,000 a year and who will spend anything, and their dog is their child. That is a very direct market, and it's $70 billion a year industry. And it's not just that age group, taking, spending for their pets, but whether it's veterinary, pet food, treats, toys, that is the person that they are marketing to. But anyway, there's just all different things that you can market, you can look for, and you can, every single year there's a huge study out on every single market and what that age range is.
Yeah.
That's the importance of it, is knowing what your brand is and then also doing some research on what your brand will attract.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Ant.
Oh no, just to add on to that, as far as having a niche, you're finding people who are looking for you. So you're basically just connecting with one another. You're providing a solution to their problem. For example, I have my website, financiallight.co. It's based on student loan debt. It's a pretty niche market. So, I mean, there's a lot of obviously people with student loan debt, but it's not for everybody. It's for people who are in that situation who need help. So that gives me more of an opportunity, to sell my product, to provide my services to that specific group. And people are looking for that. So that's just a small example of what a niche down market can do for you.
I love all those answers. Jones, you was about to say something?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to get back to something that we haven't been doing the last few weeks as far as
Excuse me.
We were actually in the market for people to contribute to the blog.
Yeah.
With some content that we can look over and paste, because the launch of this thing is coming up, is approaching fast. So I kind of wanted to put it out there. I didn't get a chance to talk to all you guys about that, but I wanted to put it out there to everybody watching out there. Anybody who wants to contribute, who has a blog entry that they want to send to us, any writing, they can email us at Rita, I forgot the website exactly, I'm sorry.
Our email is Jianchor.blog at gmail.com.
And if you're interested in writing for us, you just send us an email. One of us will get back to you. We'll give you a list of subjects, and you can decide which one that you want to write to, and we'll look over it, and then you could probably be featured on a rollout issue.
Yeah. I want to touch on that question really fast. And everybody, I agree with everything everybody said. Great work. I just want to emphasize something that Jonesy said about niche marketing. When you're dealing with niche marketing, you save a lot of money. That's like big, right? When you talk about business, you're talking about time, resources, and money, right? And I guess money can come under resources, and time can come under resources because you have time, resources. That's what it's about, niche marketing. You save time, you save money, and you save resources, because you can get burnt out really fast doing entrepreneurship. You can waste a lot of money. And then I want to emphasize something that Chad said. It's like when you know who you're talking to, because here's the key: when you're selling, especially when you're writing sales copy, you're writing sales copy in the voice of your target market. If I was to sell products to hip hop people, I wouldn't talk like, some white dude from Silicon Valley. I wouldn't write that type of sales copy. I'd use vernacular that's associated with the hip hop genre. I might even make references to some classic moments in hip hop in my sales copy, you know? So when you know who your target market is, it's easier for you to find your voice, because your voice, the voice of your brand, write this down, people. The voice of your brand is your target market. A lot of people are like, oh, we got to find our voice. You don't got to find your voice. You got to find your target market. Once you find your target market, you know your voice. If you don't know your voice and you have a target market, then you have to study your target market more. Love those answers, people. Love those answers. Claude Fuller, thank you for that question. That was that created some great content for the show tonight. Keep that stuff coming if y'all got questions. And I also want to emphasize what Jonesy said. This is a platform where anybody can contribute. So make sure you connect with us, Jianchor.blog@gmail.com. Send your submissions in. And what are the 4 categories? Mental health, culture, finance, and entrepreneurship. So those are the 4 categories. If you're interested in writing about one or all, just send us a note and say, I'm interested in writing about mental health, or I'm interested in writing about finance. So we can start to organize this stuff, because we have a spreadsheet going. Maybe what are we using? Spreadsheet, Airtable? What are we using to organize the content?
We're using a spreadsheet right now, but we're going to try to paradigm shift to Airtable. You know, that was kind of I just found out about. I don't know if the other guys did, but you know, Airtable. When you were explaining it, that sounds like a dope program to use for what we're doing.
Yeah, Airtable is top of the top. It's dope. Yeah,
you can make a spreadsheet right in Airtable and share it amongst the team. I say it's a lot easier to use than, you know, Google Sheets or Excel, especially when you're collaborating with teams. And you want to move things around and adjust, mark things complete, put dates on stuff. It's more click and drop, as opposed to having to type everything out in a spreadsheet. Very intuitive program too. So we'll probably organize that stuff in Airtable, and then get contributor names, so on and so forth in there. We're rounding.
Can I add something to that?
Go ahead.
So we've had a lot of people who are offering their writing contributions who don't fit into those 4 categories. Mm-hmm. So, so I want to encourage people, because there's the people who want to write about spirituality, meditation. Some people want to talk about a different level of finance, mental health, right? So, and then
we had Megan last week was saying something about farming and stuff like that too, and sustainable farming.
Yeah, what about the pole dancing lady too? Remember that?
Got the pole dancing lady. She didn't email us though, but as soon as she does, I'll let you guys know. But the original concept, which still is that the 4 different concepts that we all represent, we had a list of topics and different short subjects that we would write on from 4 different perspectives. So we're going to give people, we decided to give people the option. We'll give them a list of, a handful of some of these topics that they could write from if they're feeling like, I'm not quite sure what you want me to write. Or if they already have a story within them, they're welcome to write it. So, but they'll get that information in the email.
Yeah, quality material has a place. You know what I mean? It has a place somewhere. You know what I mean? It might not be the first, week or the first couple of days, but eventually, if you write something that's quality and we have it, we can use it.
Yeah, and shout out to Trash Can Conductor. I see you in there.
Awesome. Yeah,
that actually was like the question that he was asking. You answered it. I don't know if you saw the question or not, but I hope that answers your question enough for what kind of content we're looking for. But he's already reached out via email as well to help out. So
awesome.
We're adding to that list of folks who have who've emailed. Are we going to be doing the? Are we going to show the? Because we have everything ready for the giveaway.
Where's the link?
It's Jianchor.com. It'll go right to it, right?
Rita put it on the gram too. Rita put it on the gram. She put it on.
The contest is up already.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
And rocking.
Damn. Yeah. All right. My bad.
We're trying to show you that we're growing up. We can.
Yeah, we don't have to wait for it.
we can walk from chair to chair now without falling on our ass.
Freaking impressed, man.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I do. But I want to find like the website that it belongs on, so I can pull up, what's the model number or something like that, or.
I see.
Here it is. All right. I found it. I found that. I found it.
This is the prize.
This is the prize. Yes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
This is the prize. Oh, excuse me. Had a little burpee burp.
Should we put a link in there for that for the prize?
No.
No, just leave it. Okay.
On the Jianchor page, maybe like that landing page.
Yeah, on the page, not in the raffle copter, but on the.
I would even include like that promo video. I know they have a promo video on YouTube.
Yeah,
like
that video was tight. Yeah, the one that I showed you Saturday.
Yeah, I would get that on the landing page too.
Okay.
Get that. I would even throw in. I'd copy and paste the description. There's a whole bunch of text here. Actually, let me go ahead and share my screen so everybody can see what I'm talking about. All right, let's see here. So let me just make this nice and pretty for you guys. All right, here we go. So it's a smart pen set, the coolest paperless and digitized set with the leather black and red notebook. So you get this smart pen and it's pretty neat, man. I got to show you. So it almost comes off like a smart pad, but you can write on this thing and it transposes right into your iPhone, your iOS device or Android device via Bluetooth. They connect, so you can just take notes and it automatically will save in a notepad in your phone. I think it's great, especially for people like me who like to just jot notes down really fast and don't want to just type everything. Let me find
some people who don't like writing on a device. They prefer writing on paper, and having the ability to transfer it over like that is
they're called boomers.
I'm one of those people actually. Like I like to.
So is it the
boomers?
Hey, look, man. My parents are boomers. I am not.
So I'm playing the little promo video here. So you guys can see. Comes off like a little planner. It's really cool. So this is the giveaway for the next contest.
No, that's the one. Yep.
To enter, all you have to do is go to Jianchor.com. That link is in the description box below. And enter to win. It's completely free to enter to win. I believe the retail price in this thing is $129.
It's almost a third of your stimulus check, man. Almost a third, you know?
Yeah.
So before we wrap and while we're watching that little video, let me just say that what Rita failed to mention about my soliloquy on this thing is I said, I love y'all, so I don't want anyone to throw money away. We have legit reasons to spend money and need to save it for those.
Here we go.
I double down and say, I was just trying to be nice. I know it maybe it came off as like I was trying to like hold court because we spent money or like. No,
I forgot to send my response, man.
I don't want y'all pissing each other's money away.
It's cool.
And I'm gonna ask y'all because I remember like with this thing, I was like, hey, are we sure we want to buy this thing? Are we sure we want to buy this thing? Because if this isn't the thing that we want, I'm not gonna buy it, and then like I don't have anything to do with it. We end up giving something else away. So anyway, that's my.
Okay, for the sake of jokes aren't as funny when you have to explain them, but for the sake of you being so sensitive,
it was funny when you
it was funny.
Yes,
and I think it's funny when a man is trying to tell a woman not to spend money.
Hey, look, man, I'm used to it.
That was the whole congressional thing. That's why I said the whole thing about Ant and Jonesy. That's what I thought was funny. But if you're gonna be butthurt about it,
I'm not.
And you're not even apologizing for calling me a pig.
Dad,
I didn't call you a pig.
Wait, Chad, how did you
can almost say anything where you're from to go. Oh, we're out in the West. We're like this, and you can just call someone a name.
Chad,
I didn't call you a name though.
When a
What did I
girl
do?
would break up
What-
with you and she tell you you're boring, what'd you do? You make her a PowerPoint?
No, they never said that. Ironically enough, what they said was they always said
equals fun.
They say, stop crying. Would you just stop crying?
no. They always said I was too nice. That's what it was, actually. Believe it or not. So.
Yeah.
Chad will write out something like this: why they should be together.
Look at the power.
There's not enough
Look at
shapes.
the power
There's
of
not
the
enough shapes
whiteboard.
and arrows on that thing. It's not right.
Yeah, it's like my flow chart is.
You'll have to tell us when your birthday is. That'll be the night that we don't tease Chad. That'll be his birthday present.
I don't know how long Rita's been married, but I've been married. It'll be 24 years coming up. So y'all can kiss my ass, man.
Eli on your head.
Well, Eli, who am I head of Chad head, man?
Chad head. He said, know how to take an L, bro. You look so sad.
Chad's is too nice. No,
bro.
Chad is too nice. So,
Chad,
but that's what makes it so fun and cheesy.
Even though he threatened to fly up from out of the bayou and shoot you.
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
We got another super chat here from Claude Filler. Then we're gonna land the plane. Claude Fuller said, "Thanks, guys, for thanks for you guys' answers. Great advice. But why don't you like personal branding? What are some pros of it? Anybody want to tackle that? And then I'll come in at the end."
The problem is with a personal brand. If I die, the brand dies. Where if you build a business, ABC marketing, if I die, somebody else could take over ABC marketing, and then the business lives on. So, I mean, that's my answer.
That's a good answer. Anybody else? A very accurate, poignant answer.
Chad, you got it?
Yeah, well, then your like public outward facing persona is not the face of the thing, so that if anything happened, like Elon Musk, for instance, if Elon Musk was just like this silent behind the scenes guy or whatever. Now I know that a lot of his marketing kind of like is him pushing, tweeting and like the stock goes up and all this other kind of crap. But ultimately, like that's a double-edged sword, and you got to be really, really careful that doesn't backfire on you. Having that silent kind of like, people don't really know that much about John Mackey, but like Whole Foods is like a baller out there, and you ask like the normal average person on the street, they don't know who the hell he is, but they know who Elon Musk is, though. They know who Bill Gates is. And so those people, that their personal brand kind of carries a reputation that precedes their other brand. And sometimes it can get in the way of it, and you got to be careful with that. And then it just brings all kind of personal stuff onto you that you shouldn't be dealing with,
because there's no guaranteed ROI on that. You know what I mean? So now sometimes it'll be too hard to keep up with. Like your personal brand could die with one of your mistakes.
Yep.
I.e., like say for instance, a guy like Kanye West. This is a guy who was widely loved, and now you have a lot of people who still ride with Ye. But then you have a lot of people who have jumped off of they've jumped off of the Ye train right now because they're not feeling a lot of things that he's doing and the way he's conducting himself. And also you pigeonhole yourself with a personal brand.
Yeah.
You definitely pigeonhole yourself. Like, Ford lives on forevermore, whether the Ford family owns it or not. You know what I mean? Coca-Cola will live on forevermore. These are staples in America because the brand is greater than the sum of the people who owned it.
Mm.
And with a personal brand, especially if you start young, you grow and you change, and your decisions may change. So say you get, or like, I'll just use example of Zuckerberg. Every move he makes for the rest of his life, everyone is, he's just always going to be out there to judge whether, he talks about helping everybody, and then the backlash he gets for having a big, huge compound in Hawaii with big fences, or it's just is that, but it's not on Facebook. It doesn't go to Facebook. It goes to Zuckerberg, right? Mm-hmm. So is that the thing is that it's like, if you stay quiet, kind of behind the brand and push the brand, and instead of it being yourself, then you can make mistakes that don't have to be so glaring.
Yeah, because there's a difficulty with staying authentic when you have a personal brand as well,
Right?
And you run the risk of overselling yourself too.
Right.
So
Well,
there are
right.
a lot of pitfalls to having a personal brand. Like, personal brands are for influencers, but influencers are not like that's kind of like catching lightning in the bottle. I don't think that a lot of these kids who are social media influencers are going to be 70, 80 years old like Arnold Palmer still pitching shit. I mean, Arnold Palmer's dead now, right? Yeah, he's dead. But I'm just saying, but throughout his life, he was able to have a personal brand. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's that way anymore.
Well, and depending on who we're talking about, if we talk about, musicians, artists, movie stars, celebrities, their brand is kind of manufactured with their name, because just talking about Kanye West, when he became the more authentic he becomes to who he really is, he's criticized more for that, because that's just not the norm. Right. So that behavior is not how it's portrayed, like, or what the masses, not people masses, but kind of the media masses, because people, they get worried that's not going to make money. You need to keep, stay in that box. You're who you are. So
yeah, personal brands actually remove the possibility from entering many different markets. When you're a brand, you can enter, pretty much any market you want, right? One thing about being a personal brand is your safety is at risk. Your family's safety is at risk. And that's a problem. It can become a problem, especially when you get real famous. You go out in the street and you can't even take a shit without somebody standing by the toilet. You know what I mean? It can get annoying. The other thing is with a personal brand is you're subject to the emotions and feelings of people, like envy and jealousy. It's hard to be jealous of Burger King. It's hard to be jealous of Ronald McDonald, right? The other thing is too, with a personal brand, I always use these examples. One of them is somebody who passed away recently, is MF Doom. And MF Doom is very similar to the Jabberwockies. And I went to go see the Jabberwocky show out in Vegas. And one thing I noticed, I said, we don't know who these people are. For all we know, there could be some dude who's sitting back collecting the real big check and auditioning people every week.
Right. How many Blue Man groups do you think there are? Right. Like there's probably 18 of those dudes or something.
Yeah. So, if I was to put together a dance crew, like Jabberwockies is perfect, because I could fire somebody and nobody would even know. They wouldn't say like, oh, where's Kelly from Destiny's Child, right? It opens up this world of possibilities. MF Doom, he wears this mask. And what this mask means, other people can pick it up and take on and live on that legend. So although he is a personal brand, he's kind of on that bridge where if you weren't like a huge super fan, you wouldn't even know what he looked like. Anybody could put that mask on it.
See, Doom used to come out a lot of the times just to because he was like a super villain in hip hop, right? He would sometimes send imposters to his shows. He used to do that a lot. When I heard he died, I thought it was like a work or something like that. You know what I mean? I mean, see, for me, I'm old enough to remember when he was in, he was in KMD, and I remember when he, was in, Brody's Gonna Love This, when he used to do all of the songs with third bass and stuff. So I remember Doom before he was Doom. But if you're not old enough to remember that, he's just like almost a cartoon character. Right.
Yeah. So pros of being a personal brand. Shit, what are the pros?
The way we break it down, it's not a whole lot of them. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to pigeonhole. It's hard to get out of the pigeonhole that you've been put in once you become a personal brand.
I think you have power, but power means responsibility at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, speaking from my POV, I think it's the connections you can make, the doors I can get in, the people I get to talk to. Like, there's a lot of influential people that I just be shooting the shit with in the DMs. You'd be like, yo, you saw this? You saw this? Like, yeah, I saw that shit. That shit funny, dog. And these are like multimillionaires, some of them are billionaires that I'm talking to in my DMs, NFL players, so on and so forth. NBA players, rappers. There's a lot of people that I talk to that I don't think, without the Joe Rogan appearance, I would have been able to leverage those relationships and get in touch with these people and so on and so forth. So, being a public figure, forward-facing personal brand, get you indoors that ordinarily wouldn't get you in there. I don't know what other pros there are, though. Well, here's a pro. You don't need to hire an influencer to fucking sell your products.
I was going to say, if, as an influencer, you get to launch stuff that other people would be like, buy my thing. Like, why? Who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's like one thing I bring to a lot of tech startups. I come with a double. What am I trying to say? A double whammy or something like that. I don't know, but I come with this extensive a business development background, tech background, but I also come with a built-in audience. Coinbit's app where, with my influence, we're onboarding hundreds of people a day to buy Bitcoin. We have over $1 million, $1 million of Bitcoin and assets under management, so I don't have to go and get another influencer, although we're working with Bitcoin Zay and some other people. He shouted us out in his book. So, it's not to say you won't add more influencers to your whatever, but that's something that I bring to the table that like a lot of people, for example, I remember this one AI company who I'm actually a partner in now. He reached out to me via Angel.co. This is where all the startup companies are listed, like LinkedIn, but for startups. And I responded and said, yeah, I'm interested. Let's have a talk. And I didn't hear anything back. So I sent another email and they were like, we'll circle back. We think we found our guy. Lo and behold, 2 weeks later, he hit me up. He was like, yo, I just Googled you and damn, I didn't know. And I got on the Zoom call. He's all smiles and like, yo, I love what you're doing. And so it's like, oh, yeah, you finally Googled me. Because I know, like, previously, had I spoke to these people, it was like, I remember going to these tech startups and getting jobs where I used to hide my identity because I didn't want them to know about what I was tweeting on Twitter and whatnot. Then after a while, I was like, fuck it, they're going to have to take me, all of me, if they want me, And then that's been very liberating. Imagine going like, I want to say 8 years in the tech world, hiding my identity. Like, you got a Twitter? Yeah, I got this other one. Like, you create like this separate one.
The straw man Twitter, right?
Yeah. And it's like Brian Sharp and it's all clean and like positive spiritual quotes and shit like that. So I'd put that stuff out there. And then, you'd come into work and somebody finds your other account and it's like, oh shit, I got to go find a new job. Or you start sensing that people found it. Yeah. And then like one time I remember, I forget which gig it was, but the guy found it. He was like, yo, can you start tweeting about us more? And I'm like, okay, sure. You're not mad at me? Okay, cool. All right, let's do it. But it was very liberating to finally just say, look, if you're going to take me, you're going to take all of me. But yeah, that's all the pros for public figure shit.
Shout out to Rita. Love you too, Rita. It's all good.
Oh, wow. Rita sent the $24.99 super chat. Thank you, Rita. She said, tell chat I love him. Oh,
that's all.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Super chat for $1.99 that says, go fuck yourself, Chad.
No. What did I tell you about wasting money, man?
So, any final thoughts before we close out here?
Yes, our 2021 resolutions.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Damn. We never got. We did that every episode. We say we're going to do.
Started the show
to do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So number 1, create and grow a platform that encourages unlimited talent and entrepreneurship.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, build a Jianchor community that contributes, interacts, and benefits. So our community, contributes, they interact, and they benefit. So it works for everybody.
Beautiful.
3, create the Jianchor Entrepreneur Web Directory. something we want to do.
Yep.
4, showcase talent and cultivate entrepreneurs' presence and profile to a large audience and consumer base.
Love it.
So, right? Okay. Then
hold on, real quick.
Okay.
I just want to get this idea out there before I forget.
Okay.
In Slack, you can specify who can see what channels. I would set up one for your contributors and let them join the Slack, but only have access to that one contributor channel.
Okay, that's a good idea.
We already have a contributors channel. I just need to set that up to allow them in and make it to where that's accessible.
Awesome.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Or maybe, okay, we can work that out. So, and then we talk about, because Jianchor is also a business, and we are going to have a product to sell, which are these media kits.
Yes.
So, products to sell to entrepreneurs, the prepackaged set of promotional materials that provide information about a person, company, organization, which can be distributed to members of the media for promotional use or to, promote themselves. And then 6, partnering, networking with brands that will sponsor, promote the Jianchor.blog. And then reinvest in programs that grow all of the above once we make money.
Yeah.
So those are, goals for 2021.
I love the reinvesting part. I love that.
Yeah. So, and then just real quick, big shout out to Ebony. She met with us on Wednesday night. She's helping us quite a bit with our fitness channel, fitness challenge plans. We're going to start next week. We still have a lot of behind the scenes work to do, but she already submitted a food plan and a fitness plan. So helpful. She gave us a lot of great ideas. And but I just want to say, Ebony, we're still working behind the scenes, because I told her I would get a hold of her, but we wanted to get, this challenge up. But this week we're going to be working on being able to launch that fitness channel challenge next week. So, but Ebony was amazingly helpful.
Yeah. Thank you, Ebony.
Yes. And so then just from the, that's it. Really what it is. We're working behind the scenes on the business part of it. Big kudos to the entire team for getting this week done, this challenge in. And a lot of, we did communicate a lot, not me on spending money. So it's a lesson learned, but but we're set, and we still, like I said, it's a 30-day trial. So we may not spend that money at all.
That's right.
If I can learn how to use, live without it, but time will tell. But yeah, so we're doing good. Anything else, guys?
Can I say,
one formatting thing. The first element that includes get excited. Let's add some padding to the left and right, based upon percentage.
Okay.
So it looks better on mobile. It's a little, it's touching the edges, and it's giving me the highs.
Gotcha. I just want to say something real quick. Jonesy and I were talking earlier today. Jonesy and I are similar in that we work in industries where you literally are damn near risking your life every week. And so this is I don't know what everybody else is going through out there and everything, but there can be, it's very easy for us to get kind of stuck in wherever we are, or to feel like this is just it and we're not going to be able to make our way out of it. And a lot of what we're trying to do is to help people to find that way to more happiness, more productivity, more success, all those things. But Jonesy, I relayed this little story. A lot of you probably heard this before, but I'm going to just throw it out there real quick. You've heard the story about the little girl who's going along the beach and she's throwing the starfish back. There's millions of starfish all over the beach that I don't know how they got there, but they're on the side of the beach. She's trying to throw them back into the ocean before they dehydrate. And this old man sitting on the side of the beach, and he says, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm trying to save these starfish." He's like, "You can't possibly make a difference." And she picks one up, she throws it in, and she says, "Made a difference to that one." The way I see this project, and because what Jonesy was talking about, he said this a few times. He said it the last couple of episodes, and he said it on his podcast this week, that when he started this, he wanted to make a difference, but he's kind of transitioned that into wanting to make history. And the difference between those two things is that one starfish and throwing it back into the ocean is making a difference.
helping all the other starfish to join hands and for us to all help each other get back into the ocean and breathe that life back into our lungs. That's what this is about. And I want everybody to understand that we're all connected anyway, and we need to start to act like it and start to actually build those connections. I'm getting a little choked up here. It's a new year. It's going to be a lot better. I want everybody to be, to really, really appreciate the opportunity that this is to be a part of this the way that we do, because there are great things ahead of us and we just have to make it happen. My bad. Not
No.
really
It's
soft.
all right, Chad.
No.
Don't do that to me, Chad. Don't do that to me, man. You're gonna have me choking up, man. I appreciate that, man. This project is every week I just fall more and more in love with it. The minds that are together, you know, dispelling this myth of racism. Like, we're all multicultural here, working together, all different age groups. Your Rita's on one side of the country, you're down south. Me, Jonesy, and what's name holding down Jersey heavy over here. But you know,
York.
to have this thing come together and organically.
Brody said a woman. Fuck.
No, right. But look at everybody, you know, Ebony's in Alabama. I mean, that is my dream, is that we have people representing every state, because we want to know what's it like in your backyard. You know, how can we help? How can we support you? And just like us, there's a lot of people out there that says, I think I can find a better way, or I just don't know how to get started. And then through us, they can do it.
My whole goal for this is to actually meet one of the 5 people that live in North or South Dakota. That's all I ever. It's only like 11 people in both states. So I want to meet actually one of them. I've never met anybody that's actually from North or South Dakota.
I know so much.
Now I'm thinking about like the Jianchor event when we have one.
Jianchor Con.
Yeah, what's that? You know, what that conference is gonna look like? That'd be really dope. It could be like a TED Talks, but Jianchor style, you know, or something like that.
Oh, easy. For all business people, have an exhibition, you know, hall. And I think we'd attract quite a few people as we build this, maybe for 2022.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, baby.
Right.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's going to look like I Am Legend after all y'all get that vaccine.
Man.
The fucking Walking Dead up in that.
Fair enough. But yeah, man, we about to close out.
This has been another Jianchor.com exclusive. Make sure y'all go to Jianchor.com. Enter the contest giveaway. We're giving away a smart pad from our productive people. This has been a very great episode, a very touching episode. Thank you to the mods in the chat. We appreciate you. Hotep Jesus signing off. I love you. And Hotep. Thank you. Hotep Jesus signing off. I love you. And Hotep.